Hi guys and welcome to Strength Universe. Today's video is a comparison between the 2008 and 2009 Arnold Strongman Classic champion Derek Poundstone, who was born in the USA in 1981. Derek is 185 centimeters or 6 foot 1 inches tall and at his peak weighed 155 kilograms, and he will be up against the 2017 World's Strongest Man Eddie Hall, who was born in the UK in 1988. Eddie has a build height of 190 centimeters or 6 foot 3 inches and at his peak weighed 196 kilograms or 432 pounds. And the first comparison is a safe press, and you will notice from the outset that neither athlete uses leg drive until about the 7th rep when Derek starts to incorporate it. Both Derek and Eddie won the event without the need to push themselves to failure, and while Derek did considerably more reps, Eddie pressed a heavier weight, so I felt the fairest result was to list this one as a draw, which takes us on to the next event, the hammer tire deadlift. Both athletes are visibly at their limits, with Derek needing to hitch the weight to complete the lift. I prefer to see hitching banned from Strongman, but let me know what you think by leaving a comment. And the result of this one is a win for Eddie. Although if we take into account the evolution of the sport, this lift is far closer than the numbers suggest. In the third comparison we take a look at the bench press, starting with Derek Poundstone, who has 227 kilograms or 500 pounds on the bar. Derek doesn't appear to use leg drive and manages 2 clean reps before requiring some assistance to complete the third. In contrast to Derek's form, Eddie appears to engage his legs in the movement. Here he is pressing 265 kilograms or 584 pounds on an 8 foot wobbly bar, which causes instability and helps to recruit more muscles in stabilising the weight. Although good, Derek was never renowned as a bench presser, and that shows here, with a win for Eddie, who does higher weight for more reps with arguably better form. Next up is the squat, and notice that neither athlete are using knee wraps or sleeves. Derek is using a belt, but I think this is sensible from a protective point of view. Both Derek and Eddie exhibit a very good range of motion, and Eddie is again using an 8 foot wobbly bar. Given the almost identical range of motion and equipment used, this one's a win for Eddie, who achieves more repetitions with a higher weight. I thought we'd take a break from Eddie's 500 kilogram deadlift, so the 5th event is a deadlift for reps, and while this was the best matchup I could find, there are some obvious differences, starting with the fact that Derek is using a single ply suit, while I believe Eddie is using a multi-ply suit, but the difference between these suits is minimal. The bigger difference is that Derek is doing touch and go reps and almost bouncing the weight off the floor, while Eddie is pulling from a dead stop. Derek appears to be gassed at the 8th rep and hitches the 9th, while Eddie's form is maintained throughout, and even at the 9th rep he appears to have more left in the tank. Deciding who should take the win on this event was slightly tricky, given that Derek was lifting more weight for technically the same reps, but taking into account that Eddie's reps were pulled from a dead stop, he didn't hitch the weight, and he appeared to have more reps left in the tank, plus the fact he was already taxed from competing in 2 previous events, I think it's clear that Eddie takes the victory. The penultimate comparison's the incline dumbbell press, and it's immediately impressive how Derek lifts and positions the 91kg or 200-pound dumbbells by himself. Next up we have Eddie, who's using 100kg or 220-pound dumbbells, which unlike Derek are handed off to him by the spotters, which would certainly help to conserve energy and possibly allow Eddie to achieve an extra rep. Despite the fact that Derek lifted the dumbbells into position himself, and this could possibly add an additional rep to the 5 that he achieved, this wouldn't overturn the fact that Eddie managed more repetitions at a considerably higher weight, and thus takes the victory. The final comparison's the axle press, and while most of us know that Eddie Hall is the former world record holder at 216kg, Derek Poundstone previously held the record with a press of 188kg. That he set at the 2009 Giants Live Mohegan Sun. The axle press is clearly a win for Eddie in what appears to be a dominant showing, and there is no doubt that Eddie is certainly stronger in static movements. But when we consider that Derek and Eddie competed in very different eras, and that Derek was highly competitive at an international level for 4 years, and then look at the major titles that both athletes achieved, in my opinion Derek was the more dynamic strongman. But I'd really like to know what you guys think, so please leave a comment below letting me know who you think was the better strongman. I've left credits and social media links in the description below, so please check that out and give them a follow. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, please help support my channel by smashing like, sharing the video and subscribing. Thank you.